Hi, I'm Michelle Carr, and welcome to Your Delicious Life, where we take a look at life from a different perspective and either learn something new or we're reminded of something that we already knew. So today I want to talk to you about focus and distraction. There is so much to distract us out there, and I feel like it's time to take charge of our focus and stop allowing it to be stolen from us. So what are these distractions? Is it social media? Is it email? Is it our dinging phones, our kiddos, shiny things and squirrels? I think distraction can really be narrowed down into 3 different categories: real people, online people, and things. Now, managing distractions from each of these different areas requires a different approach, but it can all be controlled instead of letting it control you. So let's get real about these distractions and really identify what they are. Now, the first category I mentioned was real people. These are the living, breathing people around you. Now, they might be your kiddos, they could be your coworkers at your office, or just fellow patrons at the coffee shop. Now, sometimes these distractions are really good reminders that we need to stop doing what we're doing and be present in the moment. You have to ask yourself, where does my focus need to be right now? And if it should be with the person you're with, then be there. You're already there physically, so be there mentally and emotionally as well. Now, if it's a situation where you are trying to get work done and there are others in the space, but they don't necessarily need your attention, like a coffee shop or something, a really good way to stay focused is to pop in some earbuds. And one, it kind of sends the message, hey, I'm checked in, I'm dialed in here, I'm really focused on my task at hand. And it also will drown out some of the extra noise that's around you, which is super helpful. Now, if that's not an option, another way to stay focused is a mental play-by-play. So if you're sitting there and you're working on a document, and okay, I'm going to save that, turn it into a PDF, put it in this file, email it to this person, that play-by-play keeps you focused on what you're doing. Now, finally, if you are continually interrupted by someone, it's okay to kindly tell that person, I can't talk right now, I need to focus on my task. And invite them to send you an email with their question or set up a meeting with you where you have a chance to actually chat with them. I always think it's nice to offer an alternative if you can't chat with someone in that moment. Now let's talk about online people. These are the people that are appearing in your life through your devices. Now, it could be email, it could be social media, it could be texts, any number of things. And this probably accounts for the majority of our distraction, because we're always on our technology. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against technology. I think it's really important, but sometimes it controls us more than we control it. So if you're legitimately working on your computer, you're probably going to have these distractions pop up. And one way that you can take control of that is by going to your notification center. You can do this on your laptop or on your phone, and you can turn off things like badges and banners and sounds, and make sure you're being reminded of things that you want to know about, but not the other stuff. Also close the apps, and that will avoid distractions if you're not using them. Next, you want to be intentional about what you're doing. If you have to go on Facebook or Instagram for your work, then go on and do what you have to do and get off. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Let's be honest, you don't need to watch another tasty video about some meal you know you're never going to make, right? Right. Now, sidebar here. It's perfectly fine to book time to go down the rabbit hole. Maybe when you're waiting for the kids at the school, in a waiting room, or even just in the evening if everyone's kind of doing something and you have a few minutes. Sure, that's a great time to scroll through Facebook, look at your friends' photos from the weekend, comment, watch a couple videos, all that good stuff. But be intentional about the rabbit hole time and intentional about your work time. Now, email. I once heard someone say that email is really someone else's to-do list for you. And I loved that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, an email that comes in is asking me to take some sort of action for them. Now, it could be them asking me to answer a question for them or take action on something, or it could be something like, a deal of some kind, right? Now, with email, it's all about priority. So you want to make sure you are taking care of high priority emails first. So if your boss sends you an email asking you to complete a certain task, or a client asks you a question or wants to set up a meeting, obviously those are high priority, first priority emails. If it's more of an informational email or something that can be dealt with later, that's going to be a lower priority. Now, it's okay to have different priority levels for your emails. In fact, it's a great way to manage them. Now, newsletters, they can be a big drag on email. I used to sign up for everything because I was afraid of missing out on a deal or some great sale, because who doesn't love a good deal? But I realized I'm never going to miss out, because if I really need some cheap t-shirt, I'm sure I can go and find something on sale somewhere. And conversely, if I really love a product and I need it or want it, I'm willing to pay full price for it. I don't need for it to be on sale. If it's good quality, I'll pay for it. So I was never really going to miss out on anything. Now, informational newsletters, like mine, are distracting as well, because sometimes they can get you feeling like, oh, I should really be doing this, or I need to read that and I haven't read anything. If that's what's happening, then stop. Delete them. It's okay. Unsubscribe from the newsletters and the things that are making you feel down, or deals that are distracting you that you don't really need. And if you do have something that you want to say subscribe to because you really enjoy it, but you can't always read every single email, that's okay. Delete it. In fact, I would rather someone is subscribed to my newsletter and reads the emails when they can and when they feel like they're applicable, and just deletes them when they don't need them. Because not everything is going to apply to you. And if it's something that you don't have the space mentally or emotionally to accept new ideas, new projects right now, it's okay to let it go and just say later, maybe next time, right? You can also save them for later and read them when you do have a few minutes. Now let's recap how to manage some of this online stuff. First, get your notification in order so that you are getting alerted for things that actually matter to you, instead of every time someone throws up an idea on Facebook and shares it with the world. The other thing is to prioritize your email. Decide what emails are first priority, second priority, and so forth, and then get rid of the newsletters that aren't serving you in any sort of a way. One last tip: move your technology away from you if you don't need it. Your computer and your phone share pretty much the same information, so you don't need both of them at the same time. Now, even if you didn't have exactly the same information, just work on one at a time. You probably don't need it there. This actually leads perfectly into our last distraction of things. Now, I believe that a cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. So we want to clear your space out so you can really focus. One tip I have is to get a folder and mark it to do and just put all your loose papers in there. That way it's in one nice folder instead of a bunch of random papers all over your desk that are distracting you. Now, another thing that you can do is manage the things that are distracting you from outside sources. So if you really do get distracted by those squirrels and other fuzzy animals, close the blinds. Right? And if you're distracted by sounds and noises, maybe they're doing a lot of building in your neighborhood, or it's garbage day or whatever, pop in those earphones that we talked about earlier. That can really help out as well. You can control a lot of the visuals that are around you when you're trying to work. So take control of them so that they're not distracting you. These distractions can take minutes off or add minutes to you trying to complete a task. So you want to make sure that you're in control of them and they're not in control of you. You're 100% responsible for what it is that you want to focus on. So if you want to be laser focused, take charge of that and get rid of these distractions that are going to take you away from getting done what's important. If you want to be present with your kids, put your phone down and be with them. Now, when you focus on what really matters, you can accomplish incredible things. So don't let the things that don't really matter get in the way of you living a life that you really want and getting done the things that are important to you. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys. I would love it if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends or comment below, like it, all that good stuff. I also do a newsletter where I'll be sending out this video on Wednesdays. So you can sign up for that at michellecarr.com. But at the end of the day, I hope that you go out there and live the life that you envision. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you next week. Take care.